Welcome back to my channel. Some viewers have inquired or asked how come I'm not producing as many videos I was in the past. I guess I was producing maybe 2 videos or 3 a month. Well, the main reason is I'm not buying portable PA speakers too much anymore. There's really nothing out there I need. I have a wide selection, as many of you know, and it really meets my needs. If I had to put my money on something right now, I would be interested in the EV70. That sounds really interesting, but when I think about the extra weight over my EV30, I don't pull the trigger. I don't need to be lugging heavy stuff. So this video is about something else. This video is about setting up a system for the home. So this isn't PA system, even though I call it's a hybrid system, because I'm going to be combining PA equipment and home theater equipment in one. So this is actually a business I would like to go into in the future, and setting up a home system for a person. So the candidate in this case would be someone who came to me and said, I have a large living room, or in this case, I have a large open family den that flows into a kitchen and into a hallway. So you need something with some power. And the wife says she doesn't want the traditional system with the receiver and 2 speakers and a bunch of wires, even though you do see a bunch of wires in this system, but they can be hidden. So they don't want the traditional receiver and 2 speakers that is kind of tethered to wires. You can't move it around. So this system is completely different, probably cheaper than your normal stereo system, which I do have upstairs. I'm not going to share that with you. I have a traditional 2-channel system, 2 speakers and a nice receiver in the $6,000 range. Really nice system. It's actually my bedroom system. But getting back to the point here. So this is 1 speaker. So what are we talking about? Well, going back 4 years ago, that's when my channel started. Believe it or not, 4 years have flown by already. I purchased what you see right here, and that is going up, 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 up. What is it? Over 7 feet tall. That's the Bose Pro32 column system. Now, of course, I purchased it with the Sub 2 that came as a package. And then after that, I bought the Sub 1 because the Sub 2 is a monster. It's heavy. But this system is different. So if you're looking for something in the home, again, talking about the wife acceptance factor, I don't think the Sub 2 is going to cut it. It's a PA sub. It's big and ungainly and heavy. It's kind of hard to hide. Even the Sub 1, you could tuck the Sub 1 under the table here. I've done it. It would work. But in this system, I think I've created something with higher fidelity. So let's talk about it. So the Pro 32 has gone up in price. Unfortunately, in those 4 years, we've had a pandemic, and then it was very hard to get the system at all. And now in the last year, we've had the tariffs, and the tariffs have raised the price on the Bose products. They're all imported. They're American design, but I guess they're produced in probably China. So the prices have jumped. That's for sure. So let me give you some prices off the top of my head. Actually, not off the top of my head. I looked it up. Here they go. So to purchase the Sub 2 system is, at this moment as we speak, $3,850. To purchase the Sub 1 system is $3,400. So I have combined hybrid, again, home theater, with something in some ways is better than the Sub 1 or Sub 2. And what are we talking about? Oh, by the way, you see this mixer? This mixer is to another system. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about today, so just ignore it. It's not hooked up to this system. This system, by the way, will be Bluetooth, and completely remote controlled. No mixer, no receiver. So getting back to it. So what am I deleting the sub 1, sub 2? And that's with the right here, the famous SVS SB3000. And that price is $1,200 in ash. I have it in gloss, which is really gorgeous. That would be another $100, which to me is worth it, $1,300. But I'll be honest with you, it's a dust magnet, fingerprint magnet, but it looks really nice, especially if you're talking about, when I'm talking about, something in the home. So why am I choosing the Sub 3000? And there's a very simple reason. The Bose Pro32 has a cutoff of, I believe it's, the column cuts off at 200 HZ. Don't quote me on that, you have to look up the specs. But a lot of subwoofers don't go up to those kind of levels. The SVS line, all of them with the remote controls, including the little tiny SB3000 micro, which I do have. That would also work here. I've already demonstrated that if you want to see that video. But they all go up to 200. They all could go up to that high register, and they blend perfectly with the Pro32. Most subwoofers do not do that. There's a handful out there that can. And the other major reason I really am recommending the SVS line is because, again, they are remote controlled, which is unusual. It has an app, and everything can be remote controlled from your listening position. So I really like that. I'm able to integrate the sub. I can lower and raise the gain of the sub, and that's something you could not do with the Sub 2 unless you ran it from an aux out from a mixer, which I do, I recommend, but again, I'm not using a mixer in this system. So from my seating position, I could boost the subwoofer for certain tracks, maybe jazz. I want a little more bass, a little more thump. I can boost it, a couple of plus or minus really quick. Or on the other hand, maybe my last song was heavy on bass, maybe some rap or hip hop, and it's just too much for the jazz track. I can immediately lower the bass. That, to me, that's really, really important because I listen to a lot of different tracks. I'm an audiophile, and each producer, each cut is produced differently. So I really use that feature quite a bit. I also like the feature that you can mute the sub easily, and you can see how it sounds with and without. By the way, if you ever mute the sub on the Pro32 system, it sounds like a toy without it. There's a lot of information from that 200 HZ down. And talking about going down, this is not a pro audio sub like the Sub 1 and Sub 2. This is a home theater sub, so it has fidelity that goes down to, let me look it up, 18 HZ. That is really good performance. And your typical live sound PA goes down to only 40. And it thumps harder in those mid-range, kick drum frequencies. But this goes down to frequencies that you'll miss certain things in certain tracks, especially electronica music that I enjoy. And because, they roll off at 40. This is going way down to 18 and even below to a certain extent. So this is great. I also use this sub. I can also aux it out to my home theater system. So this is really a jack of all trades. To me, this is an incredible home system. If you can get past the decor. Some people might think this column looks futuristic in the home, one column. I've hidden it behind a tree in the past. So it's really come down to personal preference if you think this looks good or not. I need to give some more explanation why I'm recommending the Pro32 system. Probably the Pro 16 would do almost what I'm talking about, but not quite. This is the epitome of my recommendation for a home system. Now, this space that I'm in right now is not huge. Like I said, it's a family room, but this system could handle a huge living room. I have a living room with cathedral ceilings, and this one column will fill it easily. As a matter of fact, some people online say the Pro32 system handle 500 people. I don't know about that. I'm not a DJ, but I'll tell you, it's loud. Now, it has something that other PAs don't accomplish, and that is the famous Bose 180-degree dispersion. And what that means is one speaker throws left and right 180 degrees. So most speakers, I know my regular portable PA speakers, like an 8-inch or a 10-inch, they're 90 degrees. So this is double. So this one speaker will fill a huge, huge space. And it sounds like it. You close your eyes, you think there's at least 2 speakers on. It's the Bose experience. Also, Bose is known for their mid-range sound. It's very smooth. It's very hi-fi sounding. And of course, you have all the volume you would need. The Pro32 system can push 129, 130 dB, which I do not recommend. Matter of fact, if you look right here on this table, I have my dB meter right next to me. And I'm playing right now 85 dB or below to save my hearing. But that's another story in itself. I should mention that I did A/B this. I brought it upstairs with that $6,000 2-channel system I have, and it was pretty much equal. Maybe the 2-channel was, a little better because of the separation of the 2 speakers, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. This had the same volume. It had the same bass. Very, very close. And you're saving quite a bit of money. And like I said, you don't have the receiver and the wires, and this is mobile. I could pack this up and move it to the next room. I could move it to the backyard for the barbecue. So a lot of advantages of this system. Highly, highly recommended. I want to point out what you see here is actually 2 different systems. Here is my little TV. Right now, where they have 100-inch wall TVs. That was only a dream in the past, but now, but I'm not into movie theaters, home theater, okay? So this is fine for my use. So next to it is a golden ear speaker that has nothing to do with the Bose system I'm talking. I just want to make sure you realize that's not part of the system. But I am going to mention and emphasize that the subwoofer can do double duty, and you can hook it up through another an input, and run it also for a home theater. So it's a great home theater sub. It'll really shake your house, shake your room and your house. One of the things I love about this system is how fast I can get it up and running. So go ahead and time it. I have it, the subwoofer and the Pro32 bass all hooked up to this power strip. So here we go. Boom. What was that, 3 seconds? 4 seconds? Anyway, it's ready to go. So all you need now is your phone. And one of the beauties of this system is the Bluetooth always boots up right away. I'm thinking of another speaker that I love, the speaker line, the EV line, my eVerse line. The only problem there is every time I turn on my eVerse 8 or eVerse 12, I have to go to my settings. I have to pair it. It's a real hassle. But Bose, I don't know how they do it differently, but every time I turn on my music and I turn on the power bass here, the music is already connected, ready to go. So big plus. I don't think you get much faster than that. What was it, 3 seconds or 4 seconds? So this system is $3,650 total. And that is the column by itself. B&H, and I don't work for B&H. They're one of the few online retailers that sell only the column without the sub. They're selling the column for $2,350. And then I mentioned the subwoofer is $1,200 in ash. So there you go. You don't have to get the SB3000. I would say that's rivals the output of the Sub 2. But if you're not, an ultimate bass head and you just want really nice integration, nice bass, I would take the step down, the SB3000. You can get that for $900. or gloss 1000. So that system would be 3250, 3250. So there you go. I don't think I would recommend anything below the SB3000. You know, they make a 1000, they make the micro, but if you're going to match it up with the this column, which is mainly for, like I said, a large space, you probably want the SB3000 or above. So there you go. After 4 years, people, you know, say, you know, it's nice to go back and look at some of your purchases. And would you buy it again? Absolutely. Is there anything on the market that I wish I could have instead of the Pro32? Nothing. There is nothing out there that I would have bought it already. It's not a matter of funds that I still have this system. In my opinion, there's nothing out there that can beat the Pro32 after 4 years. So am I happy? Super happy. I'm not even talking about the portability. You know, check out my other videos. It's super light. It breaks down. It comes with the bags. It's just an incredible system. So that's it. If I was in the business of setting up home stereos for people or home theaters, this would be my #1 pick. I couldn't recommend it high enough. Okay, this is Bill. If you have any questions about hookup, I'll be glad to run it through you. It's pretty simple. One power cable for the sub, one power cable for the Pro32, and just a little bit of wiring. You got one cable coming from the Pro32 into the sub, and that's it, folks. You got Bluetooth, you got a remote control in the sub. It's a very, very simple system, but it's a pro system. It could fill a huge living room, like I mentioned, cathedral ceiling, large square footage. I can't imagine any home situation where the Pro32 couldn't fill. And then you got the Sub 3000 that really thumps, and it looks beautiful. It has that gloss black is really pro. You know, I'm trying to think of the other name of the subwoofer. They have like 5 coats of lacquer and they charge. You don't need that. This is beautiful finish. Okay, I think you get the point. This is Bill. Any questions? Run it by me. Hope you enjoyed. Later.